Hey guys, it's Katie. I just came out of the psychiatric unit. It was my first clinical. For those of you who don't know, I'm a nursing student. This is my second semester, and the first half of the semester we're doing psych, and the second half we're doing med surg 1. So I just wanted to tell you guys about my experience in the psychiatric unit because it was so different to say the least. It was an experience, like, I will never forget it. I'm obviously not gonna be naming patients or giving any patient identification out because that's a HIPAA violation. It's against the patient's rights, so I won't be getting into details about anything the patient, like anything that could give away who the patients are, but I will tell you my experience. So today is our first time at the psychiatric unit. So first we had orientation, and then wow, it's raining really hard. First we had orientation, and then we went to tour the unit. I was super nervous because before we even went down to the unit, one of the nurses came up and told our instructor that the unit was very active. Like they had 2 code blues, which is that they had to call security and restraint patients. It was just madness going on in the unit. 2 people were on 1-to-1, so they had a security guard in front of their door because for whatever reason. That's not what you want to hear when you're about to go to that unit. And then when we went down to the unit, it is a locked unit. Everything is locked. It's not like all the other hospital units. Like the beds are like they're on the floor. They're like on wooden things. They're on the floor, so they're not like the beds that could crank up and move around. The windows are bolted shut. Everything is locked. And then even the nurse's station is in like a cubicle. You have to use your key to get into the unit, and there's 2 doors before you can even reach the patient. Then when you're in the nurse's station, it's glass, so you can see the patients and they can see you if they're outside of their room, but they can't come in. So that's where we were at, you know, going over the patients that were there, which were mostly schizophrenic patients, bipolar patients, suicidal patients. Those were the type of patients that were on the unit that day. We were reading over how the patient, because it's very important to get a report when you're going to a psychiatric unit, because you want to know what the patient is like that day, what you're about to deal with. A lot of the patients were being very aggressive. Like there was one young guy who was pretty much punching people in the face, and he was out there, he was outside of his room, and I'm just like, oh Lord, like oh my God, like can we just go home? So when we were in the nurse's station, they were just looking inside. Like I swear it looked like The Walking Dead. I don't want to say that, but it did. Like it looked like the second we stepped out of the nurse's station, they were gonna kind of like eat us. Like it was so scary. I don't want to be a psychiatric nurse. Like I'm loving the experience and I want to help while I'm a student, but I know that I cannot be a psychiatric nurse because, for one, I like to see people get better and go home and like stay there. These patients with mental illnesses, they kind of either keep coming back or they stay in this unit for a very long time. So this is not, and it's just not my passion. Like my passion is babies and maternity, labor and delivery, NICU. Those are my passions, and I think that if you know what you're into, you will be a better nurse, because like since I'm so passionate about that, I know I'm gonna be a better nurse at that. Psychiatry, not so much. My anxiety is way too high for this. Like it's just no. Okay, so then we went to tour the unit. We stepped out, and this one lady, like she came up to us and she's like greeting us. She was like all over the place, but she was so happy that we were there, so she was just kind of walking with us. We went inside the padded room. it is like what you see in the movies. Like, it's a room that one was baby blue and it was just all padded. I'm like bumping myself on everything. I'm like, it's really padded. So that's where they put patients as, like, if they really can't get the patient to calm down with medications or like with other measures, that's kind of one of the last resorts before restraints. The rooms either have 1 or 2 beds. Like I said, the beds are not like the beds in regular hospital units. They're like on the floor. And the lady that greeted us and was all over the place, she kind of showed us her room. And she was really excited about some book that she had. It was kind of cute. But she showed us her room. So she was in a one bed bedroom. She had a bathroom, but there's no doors, and a shower without doors. There's conference rooms as well, which are locked. There's a recreational room which is locked, but they give them like therapies and stuff there. The cafeteria is out for them. Like, they all have to eat in the cafeteria where someone is watching them, but it's still on that unit. Like, they don't leave the unit. Overall, like, while we were walking around the units, like, everyone for the most part, they seemed very suspicious, and it was just scary. Like, it was, you could cut the tension with a knife. And I mean, I know that's one of the signs and symptoms of like schizophrenia. They're kind of paranoid and like suspicious of everyone. So it's to be expected, but Lord, like, there was this one guy, we were walking as a group, and he was a big guy. Like, he was over 6 feet, like a big guy. And he stops in front of our group, and my instructor is like, oh, you know, these are nursing students, they'll be here for the next few weeks. And he's like, but meanwhile, he's staring at my friend who's a girl, and he's looking at her up and down like this. And we're just like, oh my god, like, you literally, it was so much tension. And then he starts walking. We have one male guy in my class, and he starts walking to him, and like, just walking to him, he's not saying anything. We're like, he's gonna hit this guy. It was just scary. And then he just gives him a pound, like, he gives him a handshake, and we're just like, oh my god. And then he stops next to me, and he's just looking at me like this, like, and keeps walking and like staring at my booty. I'm not wearing tight pants, and my shirt covers my butt, but Lord knows I could just disappear in that very moment. It was just, it's too hectic in there. Today especially was very chaotic, and it's in a psychiatric unit. It could be a snowball effect. You know, if one patient's acting up and they have an audience, then they all start acting up, and it was just a bad day on the unit. We did speak to some of the doctors, the social workers. You know, they say they have quiet days, and then they have days like today, and we just happened to come on a day like today. But I guess it was a very, very good experience. Next week we have to start talking to the patients and, like, you know, doing our assignments. I'm so very excited about. Can you tell I'm excited? Because I'm excited. I'm not. I just want to share with you guys my experience on the psych unit for the first time. I know some of you like to keep up with my nursing school journey, so I just wanted to share it with y'all. I'm gonna go pick up Zoe now from preschool, so I will see you guys next time. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't, so you never miss my videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hey though, Bear, how was school? What's going on? What did you do in school, Zoe? You count? You count in your school, baby? That's pretty cool. I missed you. You blew me a kiss? Did you miss me? Yeah, I miss you too. I love you. Are you a silly goose? No. Yeah. No. Yeah.
I'm not a silly goose.
Oh my god, it's raining so hard.
It's raining hard with that top.
Huh?
It's raining hard with that top.
Yeah, it's raining too hard.
Hard
say bye to them?